Working from home. 5 ways to show your PC some love. Whether you're under self-quarantine or government-mandated isolation, it's a great time to catch up on any goals you haven't had time to pursue. Or, you could just take care of your PC. Getting all your files organized is a great project to take care of when you have extra time. After years of using a PC, most people end up with documents, photos, and video files on multiple storage devices. They might be scattered across old laptops, desktops, and a slew of external hard drives. Now's a good time to centralize everything on a desktop PC. A heavy-duty external hard drive with lots of capacity, or even a network-attached storage NAS box. To get started, you'll have to get all those files off your external hard drives or old devices and onto a central repository, PC, NAS, or high-capacity external HD. If Windows warns you that you already have a certain file on the computer, just throw it on there anyway as a duplicate. It might be an older, or newer, version with information you want to keep. Sure, you might end up with a mess of duplicate files, like MyBookReport 2, and so on, but that's fine for now. The point is to get everything in one place. You can organize it later. Once all of your files are in one place, consider how you want to organize them. After that's done, it's time to find and remove duplicate files. After you remove all duplicates and have stored those you want to keep, it's time to erase all those hard drives. This might be a bridge too far for some, but it's less likely to cause confusion in the future. You should consider backing up your data first. However, after you spend all that time organizing your files, it'd be horrible to lose all your hard work. That's why it's a good idea to have a solid backup plan. An ideal backup plan stores copies of your data in 3 locations: your PC, a local device, and off-site. This might seem like overkill, but well-organized redundancy is the whole point. A NAS or external hard drive is the easiest way to create local backups because you can use Windows 10's file history feature. To create an off-site backup, you can use a cloud backup service, like Backblaze or Carbonite. If a cloud service isn't for you, you can use another external hard drive and keep it elsewhere, such as in a desk drawer at work, or at a relative's house. The problem with this approach is you have to continually bring in the off-site backup to save any new files to both external drives. An online service makes this task much easier. Plus, you can encrypt online backups to further protect your files. If you encrypt, though, you're responsible for remembering the encryption password. If you lose it, you also lose access to your files. Passwords are a pain, which is why so many people use the same 2 or 3 for all their accounts. Unfortunately, that's a terrible approach. If a hacker ever figures out one of those passwords, the rest of your accounts are sitting ducks for infiltration. However, creating unique passwords for every site and keeping them straight requires either crazy dedication or a password manager. And we're not talking about the one in your web browser. A password manager is a multi-device dedicated program that saves your passwords, logs you in, or fills in your account details automatically, and generates new passwords when necessary. You can also use a password manager to store secure notes, Wi-Fi passwords, banking details, and more. For additional security, you might want to consider a hardware authentication device, like a YubiKey, because these require 2-factor authentication. They're an excellent option to protect online accounts. PCs can choke if they accumulate too much dust inside. Desk and laptop computers rely on free-flowing air to bring cool air inside and expel the hot stuff. When too much dust sticks to the fan blades, cables, case innards, or components, the air can't move. When left like this, a PC can't cool properly. This can degrade your computer's performance or, in extreme cases, damage its components. How often you should clean your PC depends on how dusty it gets in your neck of the woods. If you live in a hot, dusty climate, you'll need to clean your PC more often than someone who lives in a location where it rains half the year. To properly clean your PC, you'll need a few supplies, including a can of compressed air, a screwdriver to open the case, and a microfiber cloth. This is also an excellent opportunity to improve the cable situation. Grab some zip or twist ties and rearrange those cables so they're out of the way. You can follow our step-by-step instructions to thoroughly clean your desktop. If you have a MacBook or another laptop, you can use compressed air to get the dust out of those. 2. Health officials keep telling us to wash our hands regularly and keep surfaces clean to avoid the coronavirus. Besides your phone, there's no better place for germs to fester in your home than on a keyboard and mouse. You can simply wipe a mouse with a disinfecting wipe to clean it. We don't recommend you use bleach, as that could damage it. Basically, anything you can use to disinfect your smartphone shouldn't damage your mouse or keyboard. You can follow our directions to thoroughly clean your keyboard. If you have a mechanical one, it's easy enough to remove the keys for a thorough cleaning. It's a pain to remove and replace membrane keys. Though, it's probably better to just shake loose everything you can, or replace it with a mechanical model. Hopefully, some of these ideas will help you get things more organized, or cleaner, as you while away the hours at home. The suggestions we covered above can improve your work from home computing experience. Plus, when things return to normal, you'll have a much better PC setup, a well-organized file structure, better security, and clean hardware. Text source, howtogeek.com.